Warning. This program may contain foul language and awful arithmetic. It should not be viewed by anyone who is triggered by first start at 18 saw 90 with the opponent on the finish, or by anyone learning how to mentally calculate 11 plus 8 plus 26. City League Darts reminds you to please add and subtract responsibly. All right, welcome back. Another night, back-to-back nights. In fact, we've got a back-to-back night tonight, with a couple matches in our Week 4 lineup here. Matches 2 and 3 coming up this evening. As you might notice with the standings here, we do have a new table topper. Mr. Toaster Dave Weiland, with his victory last night, playing some solid darts over the beard, getting into that first spot with 6 points here. However, that first place space is sure to be short-lived, as we now will see a matchup between the second and third place players right now, Sweet Action Mike Gilligan and Shenandoah Slinger Kenny Johnson, who one of whom is guaranteed to surpass Toaster in that top spot, either with a draw, which would give it to Gilligan with the 6 points and then the one additional leg in the leg differential, or Kenny with an outright win here would have 6 points as well, and again a more favorable leg differential. So the only question here is which of these two players after this match will be at the top of the table. Let's see if we can make some predictions here. So the one caveat to the numbers there with Slinger is that he is down a match. So he's only played 2. He had a bye week in week 2. So where he's at in the standings is just through 2 matches. A little bit of advantage in the averages here, though again that is compressed a bit. So could be subject to variation, high or low. We really don't know at this point just yet. And then lower scoring or just lower tons and ton pluses and stuff there, which certainly could be again partially attributable to the fact that he's played 66% of the matches that most of the other folks have played here in the league. These players have already corked. Kenny took the bull, and if they're ready, I'll have them go ahead and have game on. Shoot them all, guys. I'll have them go ahead and have game on. I gotta clean this up. It's not good. It's not tidy. But maybe the darts will be, because y'all aren't here for the commentary. You're here for the arrows.
100.
Well, the arrows. I don't know what sort of accent I was trying to do there. I just refuse to stop doing accents. Ugh. Sure. But as long as that day isn't today, we're all good. I think we might have lost Mike's mic. Or did I just lose everyone's audio? Well, I am straight up getting no audio from these players. Oh boy. One of these again. Okay, so trying to get these player audio back going here. Currently suffering from some audio difficulties in the booth. which is why I believe you can't hear the player cameras right now. And I'm trying to troubleshoot it without stopping the broadcast. And let me see if I can jump in after this leg with these players. And this happens every now and then. I just lose control over the audio inputs. They just kind of keep on having their own ideas about what volumes to set and everything on me. Oh, shoot, and I think I was just going through to the players there. Bob saying, go ahead and keep Kenny muted if I get it fixed. He has been much better. I'll tell you what, last match was real good for him. I think he's certainly aware of some of the over-speaking sometimes and is certainly consciously working on it. Oh, this is so frustrating. So hopefully Kenny can take it here, and I can put a slight pause on the game. So I think that first, oh no, he got on the first start. Okay, can y'all sit tight for a second? I need to try to reset the the Skype feed here. Just give me a second. I'm going to drop the call. I might have to call y'all back. All right, so hopefully the issue is with the Skype audio handling, as it certainly looks like my levels have cleaned up. Hey, there we go. Hopefully that's all it needed. All right, stupid Skype. I don't know what happens. This has happened before. And I can't tell the rhyme or reason for it.
41.
Fortunately, OBS picks it back up gracefully once I relaunch Skype. Wow, I can't believe how clean that was. All right, fantastic. Let's talk about darts and not stupid technology and Skype and OBS. Much better. Okay, so that first leg was a real nice 22 darter from Kenny. So nice ton 40 there in that first leg.
440.
Closing out with that first start and tops in the top middle of it. Well, steaming ahead through here in this second leg too. We'll see if he's going to be able to get a quick early break here. Don also in the chat saying, come on, Kenny. Good to see you again. And please let me know if I'm pronouncing that right. I just, for some reason, I'm inclined to say Adon instead of Aiden.
36.
I don't know if those would be spelled the same or if Aiden would be like A-I-D-E-N. I don't know. Indeed, Adon. Fantastic. Thank you for clarifying as I drop my control pad here. Well, Kenny's let Mike back in after taking a pretty early lead with that early ton 40. Wow, great third dart there from Mike. I was thinking about flashing the math sign as he was looking to set himself on the 129 instead of 130 with his third dart. Going 20s instead of 19s.
96.
But you know what? If you're locked in, you're feeling that treble, you want to make that treble, they're already kind of just tight around that area, going to grab that dart in. Go ahead and throw it. Hit that 140. I hate to be results oriented, but it is what it is. 19's here. Oh, great, great treble. Double 16 here for a little 20 darter. Yikes. Double 12 to clean it up. Oh, no, well outside.
65.
Kenny now, a very real chance. Went the aggressive route, decided not to go for the bull. Had 76, wanted the treble 20.
40 score.
A lot of different ways to go on that 76 with 2 darts in hand. So many different ways that are all academic if you don't hit them. Double 6 now. Ooh, lots of misses on these doubles here this leg after jumping out to a great start. Oh, and he does not find it. Wow. I thought it might have been in, but then I heard that gasp, that exasperated sigh. 14 is in. Tops is in. Dang near the same dart he threw at tops. Maybe just a fraction, a couple millimeters lower, that second one for the break. So Kenny off to a pretty quick lead with some pretty nice darts. Stats. We got him. You love him. Ooh, flyer on the first. Closer to the treble 18 than the treble 20, if you ask me.
57, 60, 81.
Finally finds the range with that third dart, finding the intended treble, not the adjacent. And now that we've got all this stuff cleaned up, Big Man Bearded here saying, come on, Kenny, you got this. Stephen Fitzgerald saying, good job, Kenny.
140.
So now that this is going, let me see if I can really push the boundaries here. Let's see, what time is it?
100.
A little early yet. And you'll see why I say that in a moment. I'm not going to do it just yet, but I do have a little treat for y'all. Oh, might need some big scores here in a little bit to turn this around, because by the looks of it, Kenny is not in a have your score for 6 darts sort of mood.
Come on.
Don't think Kenny's particularly inclined to spend more than a few darts shooting at a double here this match.
26, 31.
Of course, maybe I'm just premature with my assessment of kind of where Kenny's game is going to be at tonight, but just with that opening start, it doesn't look like he's rusty. It doesn't look like he's having these same kind of throwing issues and just whatever hang-ups he's had that have been leading him to throw what he feels are darts that are way less than what he should be capable of. So I think if you're just stepping up and feeling it, then he's just going to feel it throughout the evening. I think Mike could take a little bit of time to get warmed up, but I could see him putting a good bit of pressure on Kenny in a little bit. He just needs to get warmed up into the match, get loose, kind of get the pace of the throwing, and we could see a big explosion of consecutive ton and ton 40 scores on the left side of the board in not too long. Wow, what a flyer with that third dart finding itself high and off the board. Holy moly. Steven saying Kenny never knows what Kenny's going to show up either. Is going to be confident, cool, nailing the double 20 first dart, Kenny? Or is going to be bouncing around 8 to the 4 to the 2 to the madhouse? Come on, Kenny, Kenny. Well, Gilligan now has put himself in a great position for a little break of throw, critical break of throw, break back to get back onto the darts. He might not need to take this in 3, but he absolutely needs to take this 96 in 6. Might not need 6, might only need 2. Double 18. Wow. Okay. Well then. So that's the kind of night it's going to be. All right, then. Mike Gilligan has entered the chat. 3 legs in. Let's keep it up. Surprising lack of ton visits on Mike's side there. The 2-ton 40s, and then nothing below it. We've seen some other treble 20s, but obviously not finding 2 more adjacent singles beside it. Yeah, good switch there from Kenny. It was a well-thrown first start, but sticking up just below that treble bed, all sorts of in his way. I think he saw that and just said, nope, there's no sense in throwing into that traffic jam. All right, let's check on the timing for my little experiment here. The old casting trick up my sleeve. Okay, and he's taking these darts away from Mike.
Jeez. Shot light, Mike, 15.
Wow, both players just totally loosening up here in not a good way. Well, I don't know who put on the brakes here, this leg, but holy moly, are we off the pace a little bit. Wow, both these players dropping a good bit in their averages just in these last 6 visits. Lori Malik joining us in the chat saying, go Mike. I believe Lori is sitting in the visitors section of the chat here this evening. The ton 40 puts Mike into range, but a first dart into the 1 takes him right back out of it. So Kenny will be first with a chance, probably. I don't expect he'll mess this up that bad. So he's at 170. Wow, way to find 719s there. Single with the first, followed up by a couple of trebles as he got dialed into that range. Will it be 3 or 6 at 56? But again, it doesn't really matter because he'll probably do it in 2. I'm going to say it's going to be 16 high and then into the double 20. 16. Ah, Kenny, you jerk. All right. Well, I was right about him cleaning it up this leg. I mean, cleaning up that visit. Just wrong about the fashion. So a real unfortunate throw there for Mike to lose that one, especially after jumping out to a lead, I think, kind of early on. Nope, that was Kenny's leg all the way.
Come on. 40, 39, 47.
Well, maybe a chance now for Mike to come back with that slower start from Kenny. And as I always say, with this extended best of 12 format, there's time, but it's not infinite time, and every break of throw really matters.
132.
Okay, it's time. Secret little little thing. Let's see. Let's see if this will work. Now's the good time to do it too, with where these players are at in the leg. Okay. So, as y'all know, big fans of the FO Dart League here. Well, I'm a fan of all the players who don't beat me. So, Kenny Johnson here on our right plays in the FO Dart League. We got DJ Mike Hughes here in the Quarantine Premier League. Toaster, all members of the FODL, the FO Dart League, the Don't Forget to Save and Exit Your Match Dart League, who are in the middle of their playoffs season right now. So, end of season playoffs. You might ask why I'm not playing, and that's none of your business. So, for that, let's see, because they're live right now. Let's see if we can get a live look in. At the FODL playoffs. Okay, so I think we have to go through that ad, but I think we'll just keep on playing. So I just need to wait for that ad to finish. And then we might be in business. As these players are giving me time by not getting down to checkout range quite so early. There we go. So we have the photo picture-in-picture. First round of the D Division playoffs. So these players are going for promotion from the D to the C Division. Wow, almost a ton 80 from the Slinger there, finding that treble one instead. But he will be in the checkout range. And we'll check back in on the photo a little bit later. Let me know in the chat if y'all can hear that. I assume the audio is coming through, but I don't really know. So I don't have a monitor for the feeds in here. I think it's a 21 with his first start, 98 left. Okay, it was a 57.
57, 67, 79 scored.
All right, so pressure on this 161. Which will put some pressure on the 40. Just how much? 81 remaining for Mike. Treble 19. Wow, what a frickin' visit. What a visit. Definitely pressure on this. But does it matter? Hey, there's the high dart at 20 that I was calling for. Ooh, too high. The pressure is on. The pressure does matter. The first, I think, chance at a double that Kenny has missed. The first visit with a chance at a double, I should say. Double 12 here for Mike for a critical steal back. Oh, no. Terrible first start. 3 for double 8 now. Double 8's got to go because Kenny is not letting him back at the board. He knows it, too. No! Oh, just inside! He gave himself the time. He calmed down, refocused. I love the patience that Mike displays here. And it does him well. Can he find it? No. Oh, goodness. It's coming off. Now we're seeing it the first time. Kenny's been playing under a little bit of pressure. It's not going as well. Double 4 for Mike here at 2 o'clock on your screen. Oh, there he finds it. Almost busted. Ooh, boy, did he almost bust into that double 13 or just into that single corner there. But we got some numbers creeping back up a little bit. Well, I don't know. I guess it's been kind of hanging around like this for a bit, hasn't it? That kind of 58, 59, and then 63 or so on Kenny's side. Just a bit more scoring for Mike here. Last time we checked in, there were just the 2-ton 40 pluses. He's followed that up with 2 low tons. Let's check back in with our photo live. So I have a special interest in this match. My best man, one of my best friends on the right side there, Blade Mouse, playing
it did find the single. So 3 16s there from Madman.
Against Nashville's own Music City Madman. in their race to 4
Blake
legs.
sneaks that third in there.
And
just
that's a
on the
quarterfinal
wire.
match.
Yeah, very close.
Oh, yeah. 24.
So we'll check back in with them a little bit later on. Well, Mike's not been put under pressure yet this throw. And he needs to make sure it stays that way. He's got to start coming up with the hold because so far, I think his 2 wins, his 2 legs have been against the throw, and he's given up all of his. So that trend won't work when your opponent won the bull. And now Kenny has taken that lead. So time for some big scoring from Mike here. That'll help. Ooh. Oh, man. That dart just out of room to the right of the other one. There was just nowhere else with those barrels for it to find any space in the black or red. It was all white or green. Might have done well to move over to the right slightly and try to throw it into that wall from the inside. Now, Mike won't be setting himself with a checkout here. We'll see if Kenny is able to. Easier ask for the Slinger here for the setup, but not after the first start finds the 1. Kenny could have gotten there with just a ton, and Mike needed 2 trebles. But not anymore. So we'll see if Gilligan does some math here. He needs 18 to set up 25 to give himself a chance. Well, he went for it. He knew it. He knew 18 to 25 would set himself up on the 170 with 63. Good math. I was ready with my math-aware PSA. I was ready. I was teasing it. But I had confidence that Mike was going to make the right decision.
42.
Oh, and Kenny's not going to be in range. Yikes. Yeah. As he realizes it, he puts the score in and sees the 170 flash back at him, taunting him. Well, not much between it here. Baby fish for Mike. Single needs the treble for the bullseye. Not going to go. So Kenny will have a shot. Ooh, Kenny will have a shot. Oh, no, this is the single 20 there. I thought that was a treble first start. He still was on it with the 104 left, but just missed that treble 18 to set up the bullseye. So a very doable 72 here. Treble 6. Oh no, treble 12. That's right. I forgot. It's Mike Gilligan. 20 for tops here. 20's in. How about the tops? Plenty of room. Too much room. Too much room. Tops. How about it, Kenny? Go the old Steve Brown route. All right, tops now. Wow, all right. Let off the hook here, Mike. 7 for double 16. Not really an option to miss it here. Kenny is not missing that 20. Oh, no. Couple of 7s to start off his effort. 9 now. Just oh, wait, no. Yep, 9 to set up double 8. Which I don't think he'll get a look at. Double 10. Oh no, too hot, too cold. Not just right. Well, I was wrong. It happens every now and then. That's my 1 for the year. Double 8 for Mike. Giving himself time, getting centered. Oh, well, Speechless there. Moving right on. Double 5 for Kenny. Guarantee you he's not going to split it. Well, Kenny just making me look like an ass tonight. I'll say he's going to go high on 20. He goes low on it. I say he's definitely going to go right for the double 5. He goes for the 2. I love it. Well, it's just a weird pace, right? Because the way this has been going, I mean, Kenny's last 2 throws have been broken. Do we expect Mike to just break here again and just keep this like kind of 1/2 breakdown match this whole time? Bunch of Mike's had these opportunities to hold his throw, just hasn't stuck it, and that's just clearly what's costing him this match. Let's pop back into our photo look, see how those guys are doing. Give myself a break. You can listen to Radar in the booth, I think. I don't know who's in the booth.
Only finds a single 17. Now opportunity for Madman. Miss. And the opportunity goes away. And it waits as could not use it. All on the other side of the wedge. To close of 17 from Blademouth 5. Oh, and just a single 7 there, so a third dart doesn't help much, but there's the points by 3. That's a good dart. Yeah,
and of course, if you like what you see at the bottom of your screen, which I should turn down so you can hear me, if you like what you see at the bottom of your screen, you can always check that out. They're live right now. This is happening as we speak at twitch.tv/FO Dart League. And they put on matches 4 to 5 nights a week, I'd say. You can always find a good time there in the photo. Let's take it back to these guys because cricket just sucks. I was wanting to wait until they got into the 501 portion to bring the booth cam back, but we just started that leg. I wasn't saying too much in the booth. I was kind of running out of things to say, so I said, screw it. We'll throw the photo on. Make you suffer through a little bit more cricket.
Wow.
Well ahead to the opening of this leg, but as we've seen, if Mike can put a little bit of pressure here, well, never mind. Never mind. Treble 19, double 16 is what I would like here. Darn it. It's a treble 3, I mean.
32. Whoops.
Or it was a single 3? Okay. All right, how about this 114? Ooh, how about this 114? How about 14, I think? How about tops? Ooh, there's the low one. Again. JD in the chat. Good evening, JD. Welcome to this Week 4 Quarantine Premier League match, where one of these players will top the table by the end of this. It's just a matter of whom. No, it's a matter of who. Shoot, right? It's a matter of who. Wow, Kenny. All right, well, you figured it was going to go in. No surprise there. I guess the only surprise there is that it wasn't another break from Mike, who was really just kind of behind or just kind of holding on that whole leg. Oh, no, well behind there. Yeah, that's right. Kenny jumped out to a super-duper start. Has Sweet Action to open up with just that 9 there, his first turn, versus Kenny's 140. And that's going to be a tough place to recover from.
140. 81.
So continued dip for both these players. A bit beyond the halfway juncture here. Could be a lot more beyond the halfway juncture here if Kenny keeps on getting out ahead and taking these darts on and against the throw. But still time for Mike to come back here.
Oh, no. 22.
But it's got to start with a hold. The comeback has to start with a hold to throw here. Would be his first for the match. What in the heck was that from Kenny? Just it seems like he was like kind of backhanded sidearm flicking that first start. Well, something, hold of throw, I believe I was saying. Just keep on putting in single 20s, and Mike will get there. I mean, at this point, if he just puts in a consistent 60 turns, Kenny will not catch up. And yeah, followed up with the treble 17. That'll certainly play. Ton 40 here would hurt a little bit.
100.
100, not so much. 100 back against the throw. Not a good spot for Kenny. Good spot for Mike. Could go treble 19, double 18. Elects to not. Oh, wow, it's on. Bullseye. He wanted it. He didn't need it. I think he might kick himself when he goes back to the Aki. He might not even see Kenny's score right now, honestly. He might not even know that Kenny's not on a finish. Because if he did, I don't know. I don't know if he would have gone for the bull or if he would have done 10 or 18 there. Either way, I think it's going to be 15 for double 16. If it was Kenny, he would have thrown it at the 7, but Mike's doing me solid. Double 16 now. Good marker. Oh! Doesn't throw anywhere near it.
Oh, man.
So the double 8 has gotten the best of Mike in previous legs. He's throwing one right into the heart of the 16 near the treble there. He's got to find this one first close. Just don't bust with that first start. Almost into that 11. Not really finding the range. I don't feel like he's confident up there. Wow.
Nice shot.
All right, critical hold of throw for Mike. That is what he needed. That was do or die. If Kenny had won that, he would have guaranteed himself at least one ranking point, getting that 6th leg, ensuring the worst he could do would be a 6-6 draw. Let's take a look at our stats, and let's also check in with our
58.
photo players who are now finally in the 501 portion of their match.
I said that, and he's fine at 15 scored. He's still outside of checkout range. Not going to make that mistake. 41 scored. Blade check at a 147. Blade at 172.
140.
Previous throws.
I'll bring the photo live up too so y'all can hear some of the commentary.
Needs to find something. 23 scored. We'll leave him on a 149. The music 147. It's on.
45.
Oh, he'll score a ton to get him on a 47. 149, and it's
I have to interject. I hate that first start from Kenny there. 303, I think you got to go 19s and hit 7 of them. 133 leaves you on that 170, and you can miss the first into the single and still have yourself with a nice marker there to use for the next 2. Can't do that with 20. First art finds the single 20. Turn is over.
Unfortunate misses there for Madman. Played 126.
All I need was 95.
So that's 72.
And he'll score 72 as he finds a double 20 there. Leaving 54, Madman 28. Wow, those darts, look at the grouping on those. They're all in the same hole outside. Playing 54.
41.
Wow, Kenny not finding the big troubles quite as much as he was. Still at almost 200 after 5 visits. Ooh, Mike there, though, maybe looking to apply some pressure. Needs another trouble to get into range. Ooh, bit outside. I was hoping we would see the checkout here.
Wow,
See someone take down this leg in the photo side.
Madman.
Looks like it'll be the blade mouse for the double 6 there.
Come on.
All right. Kenny finding a little bit of range again. Finally, kind of fell asleep for a little bit on us this leg. Real funky ordering of scores here from the Slinger. Another one of those single 20s will leave tops. Wow. You know, he was so clinical on it the first few legs, and then Mike got close that one leg, and Kenny missed like 6 or 7 or 8 or something at the double, let Mike in there, and he has not been as solid on the doubles since then. Ooh, it's on for Mike, 57 for the bullseye. You'd love to see it. You'd love to see it. I think the 57 is in once the 50. Ooh! Oh, man, just misses left. Oh. Absolutely fantastic effort there. Wow. Really wanted Mike to get that bullseye. But Kenny was waiting there in the bushes on double 10, and he takes it. So, Kenny confirmed, guaranteed 1 point for his effort here tonight. It's just a matter of if it will be 2. So Mike's got to go hold, break, hold here. And he has only held his throw once in this match so far.
Oh my God. 31.
So we see this. Both players just kind of staying, Gilligan at those high 60s, kind of dropping down toward the mids. 50s. Kenny, started at like 68 or so the first 2, coming back down closer to that 60. Still some good stuff here, but with just slightly better doubling, those averages could be a good bit better.
1, 2, 3. Wow. 44.
A ton 40 here for Slinger to get this leg back on even. Short of that,
53.
Mike should be setting his sights on checking down and checking out here. Again, like I've been saying, just string together a bunch of 60s, and then, he's been able to afford misses in his first visit is the thing. The first time of asking, both these players I feel are getting let off the hook a good bit, and getting second visits to the board at a double, but just not always taking it.
83.
With 3 well-thrown darts there. Just the second finding the treble 1. And the third finding a space in the single just above the first that was in that treble 20. Good turn from Gilligan there. And I think that second dart is way high up in that 5 area. Yeah, I see Slinger having to kind of pick that one out separately. He was too far away from his other 2 to just grab them all in one hand and yank them from the board. 77 left for Mike. Treble 19. Oh, we wanted 15 for 32. Okay. Oh, 62 left, treble 10. Yeah, we'll see if that 85 is under pressure. It's not. It is not under pressure. 12 for tops here, I think. Double 20. Yes, wow. Almost missed low. See that dart actually kind of pointing upwards a little bit, I think. Almost like Phil Taylor, not quite as steep an angle. But just nicking the bottom of that little red bit on top. So the comeback could be starting now. Again, Mike cannot win this leg, or win this match. I mean, the best he can do is a 6-6 draw. But that one ranking point would mean a lot in the context of the season. And especially denying, it's not just about getting the point too. Denying Slinger a point here, denying Slinger an extra point, denying Slinger more legs in the leg differential. That could be huge when it comes out to playoff time at the end of the season here. Darren joining us in the chat saying, good game, Mike. Starting to turn it on a little bit. Let's rejoin our photalers for a little bit as a whole big disaster just happened on the left side of the board there. Can't tell.
Oh, and just above the double 20. Set himself up for tops, but cannot find the Madman at 38. Goes straight forward, and he finds it with the first game shot in the leg to Music City. Madman with the press finds the double 19. A dangerous wedge, a dangerous double. Does it in
as we see
one,
Music City
2-2,
Madman taking that
again.
leg off of Blade Mouse. Both those
Elevated
players having
here,
looked at their doubles on the photo match. Kenny bringing the pressure to Mike Gilligan here. Kenny with the darts and 100 points. 80 points. 75 points. 72 points. Of course, I'm never doing that evenly. I was 6 off the whole time. I know it. I'm just rounding it.
$57, $77, $86.
Oh, Mike really having a rough time this leg. It started slow. It's not really picking up. And the sad thing is, Kenny's kind of letting him off the hook, too. I mean, Kenny's not throwing the greatest starts here.
57, 78, 87.
Well, opened up with 42, 58, 24. Has followed that up with 96, 86, 87. So streaky, but getting there. Well, this 108 under very little pressure. Congar on the chat saying, hey, City League. Congar, I was missing the little slick features we had earlier, so with Mike's throw, I can show you, hey, Congar, a little live look.
What is happening? I can't tell where that third dart lies. That might be a treble 3, unfortunately. You said Madman requires 112.
All right, good visit from Mike there. We'll see if it's too little too late for the match here. 68 for the Slinger. I think that's single 20. 16 leaves double thereof for the match. Not going to go. Mike will have a look at the 154. Treble 19 tops. If you're asking me, if you're asking Mike, it's probably treble 20, treble 18 tops. Let's see who we're asking. Oh, we're asking me. Okay. And you figure it's all over here. Good marker with that first one. Or not. Maybe it's the pressure again. It's not the pressure. Wow. All right. Solid match. Good job, Kenny. Just sticking it in that 60. Just crept over that 60 average there. It was hovering right around there. Mike, a good darts with that 57.5. There were some legs where he didn't really get looks at the double, and then some other legs where just some misses just kind of got to him. Both players giving each other some chances there. Some deserved, some undeserved. Overall, I'd say really, really good quality. A bit more power scoring on the Slinger side. As I felt like just struggled to get into a real solid rhythm there. Sweet action on the left side. So, unfortunate not to pick up any points there. Felt like that match could have been deserving of a 6-6 draw, just given the chances that both players were getting toward the end, given the breaks of throw that Mike was continuing to take off of Slinger. In the end, not to be. So, new standings table. Like I said, we were going to have a new table topper at the end of this match. Indeed, we do. That's going to be the Slinger, as it turns out. So 6 points, as we see, tied there with the Toaster. However, ekes out that first place spot on leg differentials, which is that first tiebreak. So coming up now, unless you know what, maybe I should check this text message, because maybe this message is saying there's not a match coming up now. There is a match coming up now. So in about 23 minutes time, at 9:15 Eastern, 8:15 Central Time, we will have our third Week 4 match, which will be between... So Silver Fox Seth Wilkerson is one of them. Is it the West Texas? No, Rattlesnake Jesse Hopper. That's who it is. Rattlesnake Jesse Hopper, Silver Fox Seth Wilkerson coming up next. Let me bring you into some of the photo. Remember, twitch.tv/FODartLeague. They are live now. They'll be live later. I'll be continuing to look in on them during the next match here in the Quarantine Premier League.
Been a little bit unlucky.
Thanks as always, y'all, for joining us. Oh, I missed a little bit of the chat here. So Robert T joined us saying, "Go Kenny." So, like I figured, Lori and then eventually Darren in the supporters section. The away section, excuse me, the visiting team's seating area here in the chat. This match, JD saying he likes Mike's darts flights, how they're 3 different colors. He might start doing that himself. Yeah, they're pretty cool. He's always done that, like little stoplight kind of thing. I don't know if he throws them in an order. I don't know if he goes like one, after the other every time. But yep, that's always been his thing as long as I've known him. So again, thank you all for joining us. Let me bring back to the standings here one last time. Yep, cheers. So catch y'all in hopefully 20 minutes or so. All right, take care.